Hey guys, my name is Tom. This is my friend Pink over here. How you doing? Always smiling. Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you how to solve a common type of exercise from physics. This one involves finding the vector that connects two guys after they've been displaced from the origin. Okay, so the first step is make sure you draw your picture very carefully. Otherwise you will not understand what's happening. So, if you're going to study, make sure you're studying the right way, in other words, right? Study by engaging your entire mind in the whole process of learning. Don't just focus on writing symbols, because what happens then is you're denying yourself the experience of truly learning what's happening. So begin with the origin. Okay, that's your origin. Draw a vertical line. There you go. That's your y-axis. Begin with origin and then draw a horizontal line. Of course, we call that the x-axis, cleverly enough. There we are, x and y. Draw a bit of it to the left to indicate those are the negative parts. Okay. Now throw some little points down along the lines to mark spaces. So I'm making every two spaces a 1 so that it's big and easy to see. That. Okay? To the left, and to the left. There you go. Okay? So I've just drawn a picture. No mathematics yet. No need to always just jump into writing things. First, draw a picture. Draw it very carefully. It's got to serve you and it's got to give you some foundation for what you do next. Alright, after that, the next move is this. Imagine an orange guy begins at the origin over here, and a dog comes chasing after him, so he's got to displace himself. Say he ends up at the point located right here. Why not? I'm just making these up as I go, so it doesn't really matter. Here we are. And of course here, you want to label these, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1, -2, and -3. Okay, that's your x and your y's. So what we're going to do now is draw a vector to connect the origin and the orange guy. That is his displacement vector. Key word, displacement vector. There we are. Once that is in place, what you want to do is describe that vector using I and J notation. So you simply have to count. This is 2 to the left and 4 straight up. So the vector notation for this vector, which we'll call V1, is -2i plus 4j. Okay, so -2i plus 4j. Then remember that -2, what that means, right? That means 1 to the left, another 1 to the left. Right, each of those is an I, and that 4 means you will go 4 up. So 1 up, another 1, and then the last one, okay? Those are the components. Remember, the components here are -2 and 4, and those consist of 2 little i's to the left and then 2 little j's straight up, okay? Now imagine there's another guy over here who happens to be purple, and an elephant comes chasing him, who knows? And he's displaced, and let's say this guy over here ends up at the point 5, 2. So let's draw a vector to connect his location to the origin. Everything is done relative to the origin. When you say displaced, we mean displaced relative to the origin. Let's draw the vector form of the purple guy's displacement. So let's write it. So we have V2 here, and that is equal to, and then you can just count. 1 I, 2 i's, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, and then 1 and 2. Yay, okay? So you see that the components for the second guy here are these. We got 5 i's, and then you've got 2 j's. Right, those are just little arrows, nothing else. There's nothing mystical or magical about this. Just little arrows. Okay. So let's take a look at the following now. Imagine the orange guy wants to run down to the purple guy for whatever reason. Okay, maybe to lend him a helping hand, maybe to take his pot of gold, who knows. But the question is, find a vector that will take us from the orange guy to the purple guy. So the way to do that is as follows. First let's draw it in the picture so we can see what we were talking about. It's the arrow that goes from the orange to the purple. That is the blue arrow right here. Okay? This orange guy here will run along this path. Now, we want to find and express this quantity using i's and j's. So this is what we will do. You take v2 and you subtract from it v1. And then you carry out the steps. So you write the 5 from here minus the negative 2. So that's 5 minus the negative 2. That becomes the I component of the new vector. And I should have written that in blue. That's right. And then the j component of the new vector is 2 minus 4. Now we simplify these. So 5 minus a negative 2, of course, is a positive 7i. And then the next one is negative 2j. Okay, so this is the procedure. And I have to grab another marker because this one is not serving well anymore. So this, and then minus 2j. Perfect. Okay? So now the question is, let's understand what this vector is. This vector tells you if you are the orange guy, you will move 7 to the right and then 2 down, and you will then collide with the purple guy. That's what it's telling us. So let's do this. Let's take that blue vector and move it out of this pictures because it could get cluttered, and draw it on the side so we can label things very clearly. And you can feel absolutely confident about the meaning of everything. If you simply take the time to draw these things, there's nothing abstract about this. It's all concrete. So you're going to begin, pretend that the orange guy is right here. You're going to go 7i. But you're going to move over. Alright, so this is 1i. This is another one. This is another one. This is another one. This is another one. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more i's. And then you're going to go down to, just as I'm doing here, literally as I am doing here. There you go. And this is how you, as the orange guy, could travel to the purple guy. Okay? And label things very clearly. Each of these is in I. Each of those little arrows represents a unit vector in the x direction. Each of these is a negative j, like that. So that means you count the little arrows. 7i plus negative 2j takes you to the brown guy or the purple guy from the orange guy. And of course you still have the option now of connecting these two with a line that looks like this. There we are. So what it's saying, of course, is the orange guy has the option either of going this way and reaching him, or of course if he wants he can just run straight down this line, right, and collide with that guy over here. Now this is the basic setup. My suggestion, draw pictures for everything. Pictures, get rid of all the abstractness, all the confusion, all the lack of clarity in mathematics. Just draw pictures. and then it becomes concrete, then you realize it's just a bunch of little arrows in this case, nothing else. So thank you for watching. Have an absolutely amazing day. Don't forget to smile. And that's it.